hashtag, no music, no intro, a video episode of hashtag Stay Sorter podcast coming at you. It is time, bruh. It's time. Week
We
week
made it,
one.
baby.
We made it. Oh, we made it. We're recording Wednesday night, the 7th of September. The Saints play football on September the 11th on Sunday. It's Falcons hate week.
Mm,
Whoo! How you
man,
feeling? Before I even ask that, the announcement we made on Monday, belated Happy Labor Day, is we got merchandise.
yep.
So if you we have merchandise, so shout out to the people who knew about it in the Discord and kept it quiet. We really wanted this to be a special thing and just kind of have like a very quiet thing leading up to week one. Then we announced it on Monday. So love this show. We have a locked t-shirt, a followed t-shirt. There's two designs. I'm wearing design one of our merchandise shop. So you can follow us, or you can go to tpublic.com, search for hashtag Saints for the podcast. It'll come up. We've also tweeted the link. We've also put the link on Instagram. So get your merchandise, and there's more designs coming on the way. We realize that not everyone wants to have a T-shirt that has our big, beautiful black faces on it. So we do have other designs coming, but to people who've already bought merchandise, appreciate you, love y'all. Let's talk about football, man. How you feeling about the season start? Feeling all right?
Man, about time. Felt like a long off season, bro. Like, think how much has happened
Oh,
since January 1st. Like, Sean Payton, retired. Sean Payton retired. You know what I'm saying? Like, that happened.
we did.
The protracted head coach search, the Deshaun Watson nastiness.
Ugh.
It was looking, free agency was looking
Bleak, bro.
looking bleak, man, for a while there, boy. It was looking
Mar-
bad, man.
Marcus Williams leaves. Marcus May comes in.
Teron Armstead gone.
Left.
Uh, Alvin Kamara beating up dudes at the Pro Bowl. Um, Man, it was just crazy. Then, the draft, I felt like the draft was kind of that turning point
It felt like it.
where things like the dark, what was it been saying on Batman? The
Oh,
light is after the dark, the darkest
yeah.
always, whatever it say. Shit, I don't know. Anyway, I felt like that's what like the draft was. The draft came, we finally got that wide receiver that we was thirsty for.
Thirsty, bro.
Um, that was really all that mattered. Everything else was just like, who cares? And then they went and got Tyrann Mathieu. They went and got Jarvis Landry. I forgot to mention they pretty much solidified Jameis as the starter. We're bringing him back
Yeah, because for a while
early in the offseason.
there was not a quarterback on the team, bro.
Right.
They went after Deshaun Watson, got saved by the Browns, and then they can pretend and maybe act like they didn't scramble, but Jameis was almost on a plane to
Right.
Indianapolis, bro. Like,
Bruh. Like, think how crazy things could have been right now. Like, them musical chairs could have got crazy, and we
dicey.
could have been, begging Andy Dalton or something. You know what I'm saying?
They,
Please.
it could have been. Although this is a great sliding doors moment, it has nothing to do with the Falcons, but like if Jameis went to like the Colts and like they signed Andy Dalton, like at that point I would have guessed and assumed that they would have had to go quarterback at 19.
You think so?
I think so, bro. I think that may have they were like, you know what? We don't
Kenny
want this
Pickett
guy.
season?
I think it was, bro. But that's a different conversation for another day. But like to your point, like it's been an absolutely wild off season, and then fast forward to like this last 3 weeks. CD traded Marcus May with the whole arrest, and no one's really talking about it. And now it's like, oh, okay, here's football time.
Yeah.
We forgot talking about Michael Thomas, and he came back. And
Yeah. Oh my God.
so much, man. Shout out to our dude JJ who tweeted a meme, and I don't think it was a meme he created, but he put it on Twitter at the perfect time, and that tweet blew up, bro. Like the guy.
Oh yeah, man. Man, that tweet like blew up.
Blew up, bro. It was like right after. I don't know if it was after the CD News trade or the Marcus May arrest. I think it was after the Marcus May arrest, bro, and that blew up. But that's really what it is like being a Saints fan. It's just like you just go back to Jesus, just like stop giving me so much battles, God. Like y'all niggas not dead yet. Like just let it go. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. But here we are, week 1, Falcons in Atlanta. I'm gonna give you a stat. Did you know that the last 8 games that the Saints have played the Falcons in week 1, the Falcons are 7-1?
That's a stat for your ass right there, boy.
Shout out to my friend for dropping that stat on me a couple of days ago, and it blew me away. I was like, yo, what? Like what? It could just be they just treat the game as their Super Bowl. Like this is it. Don't care what happened the rest of the season. We gonna beat these dudes. But let's start. Let's start with still the backbone of the team in the defense.
Yes.
Let's talk about the defense. And my biggest worry, and it was my worry after I saw the Falcons play the Lions in the first preseason game, and I just saw Mariota just scrambling around, here, there. I just got flashbacks, bro. Like he was like Jalen Hurts, and just like, oh,
yeah.
Week 1, I think Saints fans, can we just stop with the homerism stuff? Can we just stop with it? Like,
no.
Like we should know by now. You cannot trust this team. It's a team historically under Sean Payton that has played down to its level of competition and plays either at their weight level or higher for strong opponents. So everyone thinking that it's just going to be a 1-0 after Atlanta and they're a top 5 worst team in the league talent-wise, buckle up, man. I see it playing out fourth quarter. Butts clinched, like it's a one-score game, and we've seen this story, man. We've seen it.
And it's the Falcons, man. Like, come on, man. These games are always tight. Rarely easy, unless like Taysom Hill is starting. Like somehow he just handled the Falcons, man. Like
had him, bro.
But it's gonna be interesting. Like Jameis Winston hasn't started against the Falcons as a Saint. So we got to see what that looks like. It's a new defense, new quarterback for the Falcons. Marcus Mariota, he presents challenges, bro. Like, got to see where he at. Just like Jameis we've hoping Jameis has improved. The same guy that went right after him, he could have improved over the last couple of years, bro.
Ain't that wild, man? Ain't that wild?
That's wild. 1 versus 2. And it's not like Marcus Mariota was just like a bum. Like the dude, he did some things, man. Like the dude did some nice things in the league. So we've been beaten by much worse quarterbacks. So I'm not looking at it like a cakewalk at all. Like I'm looking at this like find a way to win. Like it's just week 1. Everything's gonna be perfect. You got some players injured. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Got some players injured. Things not perfect. You're still trying to come together, but just try to do the little things right that win your games, man. Make those kicks, those field goals. Don't fumble the ball. Try not to turn the ball over with interceptions and stuff like that. Try to stay balanced. If you do that, if you play your game, the Saints play their game, they should win. But we know we know that we know how things. If anybody watched that LSU FSU game, like it just like shit just goes crazy. Once the game stop, boy, shit just get crazy, bro. That's one thing I was like watching. I was like, man, do I really want the season to start? Shit.
Bruh. No,
Like, man, you reminded like things really get crazy once that whistle go.
Pop it off. And shout out, I don't even want to shout them out, man. They're just true sickos, bro, that watched that LSU game on Monday, had their heart broken, and they like, okay, let's do it again on Sunday.
Like what?
I can't imagine it, bro. I can't do it.
No way.
We're not the type of people that can answer this question, but I keep thinking of or quarterbacks who can scramble or extend plays, and how it's given PA's defenses fits because historically. And you brought up a great point in the past of how a lot of that's just how the defensive lines go, and like the edge rushers are bigger, stronger defensive edge rushers, and they don't have the giddy up to keep up with quarterbacks when they start scrambling. And I was thinking today about the game they had against the Jags. Gardner Minshew's rookie season. And Minshew was playing real well, just extending plays. And DA came up with this perfect strategy where it was like a mush rush. It wasn't a full-blown pass rush, but it muddied the line of scrimmage. And when things started to break down for Minshew, his first instinct to scramble, what he was doing well in his rookie season, like he didn't have that available, and it led to him holding the ball longer than what he wanted to, and it worked. And I don't know if that's a game plan that they can utilize against Mariota, but I mean, I think it may be something for them to consider. But I could also see DA wanting to just, Falcons offensive line isn't great. In theory, we should have good pass rushers, like rush the passer, get to the ball, sack the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, he's also done the same thing against Russ Wilson. You just run that mush rush, kind of keep him in the pocket, don't let him escape out the back door or whatever. So, I mean, yeah, like you would think that'd be something he would want to do, but really, I think what's killed him is really those scheme runs where they catch the defense in a look. It only takes like 2 or 3. You don't have to do it every snap. You catch them in the look they want, and it's like 50 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom. It's like, damn. Then it's like on key third downs and shit like that. So, really, that's all I'm worried about. I'm not really thinking like Mariota going to go off or whatever, but, man, if he gets like 2 or 3 carries that are just like key carries that keeps the defense on the field longer and tire them out, and, you start having those, death by 1,000 cuts type drives and stuff. It's like, oh, here we go, long day. It's gonna be a long day.
As soon as I watched that preseason game against the Lions, the Falcons played, I said Mariota rushing at over 50 week 1.
Yeah.
I wish I could find a prop bet because I would easily bet the over. I'm not saying that he's going to rush over 50 and the Falcons win, but he's at least getting 50 yards.
He's going to get some in. He's going to get his in, man.
Something I'm fascinated to see how it plays out. And we don't know the status of Paulson Adebo. He was a DMP, didn't practice today. It's when he speaking to the media last week, it seemed like he gave the impression that he's going to be fine for week 1. He'll play, but you never know. But how DA handles Kyle Pitts and Drake London, like,
yeah,
to me that's interesting because part of me says, like, Drake London, like, has he earned the respect that you just put Marshawn on him, or do you just let them play their sides, and whoever comes to the side is what it is? That's how I would play it, because like he's a rookie and he's coming in off of having a gimpy knee that he injured in the first preseason game against the Lions. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fascinating to see who's lined up against Kyle Pitts and who's going to be checking Drake London in the game.
Yeah, I wish I went back and watched the final preseason game of last year to see how they handled it. Because in the first matchup, Kyle Pitts caught Sean lacking a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think you're gonna see Sean on him at certain times. It depends how they move him around. I don't think he's gonna shadow him or nothing like that, but I think you're gonna see him on Pitts quite a bit because that's their main weapon.
It is, man.
He is so I saw a few snaps in the preseason. Like he is as advertised, like he is a dog. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of those players that you don't want to let loose because then you got another long day. And but if you could kind of remove him out the equation and at least limit him, I'd rather try to just see what Drake London got. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if you gonna got something, show me, bro. Show me what you got. Because if he start beating you, then it's like, okay, we got to adjust.
Not our day. Cordero Patterson, I feel like as this offseason's going on, I feel like he's kind of been like an underrated thing because he didn't have a lot of suitors in free agency, which is kind of wild. And it kind of just maybe shows how like lack of like imagination there is in the NFL, man.
Yeah.
Like you saw what he did last year. You would think more offensive coaches would be like, shit, the deal he signed to go back with the Falcons, like that should have been a deal where the Saints offered, like this was during the free agency when they hadn't made any moves, that they were to sign him. But going back to that first game against the Falcons last year, Cordero Patterson's the reason why they won the game, bro. And it was Paulson Debo.
Yeah, man.
And they held him in check a large part of that game, but it only takes one play. It only takes one play. It's also going to be interesting to pinpoint how the Falcons deploy him. Do they deploy him more as a wide receiver? Are they going to use him more as a running back? This is a great game for Pete Warner to be healthy to play. He was a limited practice today. Don't know if he's gonna make it through the game, bro. Don't. Bro.
I mean, those groin injuries are just funny, bro.
Speaking of groin,
but it's good to see that he's practicing
and he's been back. Can we just talk about Traquan's groin, bro? Pause.
I ain't hearing this groin, man. Doing what?
This man last preseason game attempted a catch. Looked like he maybe fucked up his collarbone. Like his whole shit was just fucked up, bro.
Right.
Fresh DMP today. Groin. What?
How the hell that happened, man? I thought he had a collarbone or, torn labrum or something. I don't know. It's like, what the hell? Man, that dude get on my nerves.
The gift that keep giving, bro.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I guess he saved his position, bro, with that injury.
But like how did he? I don't know, man. Is there any before we get into the off? Is there anything else when the Saints defense is on the field against the Falcons we want to talk about? Can I just mention how the whole Marcus May thing is little? And I get it, right? Like a lot of information is being gathered right now, but it's like, we're just really going to be out there playing on Sunday, huh? Like,
yeah,
it is what it is at this point.
It's what it is, man. It's like, I guess it wasn't anything where the league felt they had to step in and pull his card or anything. So, from a Saints perspective, it's like you got to walk the fine line of disciplining him as, trying to stay out of trouble, but it's like you kind of need him to. You kind of need him to play. So it's going to be interesting, bro. Like, I want to see this whole new look secondary.
Yeah, man.
Maddie's been doing a good job just kind of tracking, like, the secondary during the preseason, as much as you can track during the preseason. And, just looking at the players and what they've done in the past and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting if, we could see a lot of, are we going to see a lot of man coverage? If Paulson the Debo's out, how do they address that? Do you want to do a lot of cover three? man coverage versus quarterbacks like mobile quarterbacks. Usually that's a bad idea
because you got secondary players turning their backs and they don't see they can't see the quarterback when he starts to scramble.
So with this big game, you see a lot of cover 3, cover 4, 2 deep shells, stuff like that. And they have the players that they can do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be quite interesting.
Can out the gate? I know I'm asking for a lot. Can I just see this Saints defensive line just dominate, bruh?
No,
especially against this offensive line. You answered the question.
Oh no. Hey, I don't know though, bro. Like gotta say it, bro. We was kind of shocked. No Davenport on the injury report today.
Namaste.
We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll see tomorrow.
Yeah,
I have seen in the past he wasn't on there on a Wednesday. He'll show up on a Thursday. So.
I did say, but on the last episode, I would have put money that Marcus Davenport was going to be a DMP for today's practice report, but he wasn't, bro. He wasn't on it. He was not on it.
And look, they've taken an approach this offseason. I think they really it seemed like they had a plan with him this offseason to kind of build him up into the game one. It's just like you would think he's like 38 years old, the way they're managing him now. But they manage him, and if he's healthy and ready to go week 1, that's a good thing, man. Like I don't care what happened this offseason. Like
it is. You have him, you have Cam, and I'm gonna say it, bro. And we've said it. Who first? AKA Peyton Turner not gonna be active. He's not gonna be active on Sunday, bro.
I don't see it. I don't see it, man. Like I know the depth chart came out, and look, the Saints depth chart usually means nothing.
Chris Olave is a wide receiver.
Just the fact that he was, it's like, come on. Then you had Peyton Turner this last. It's like, I don't know. To me, that meant something to me. Like I think coaches want him to see that shit. Like, bro, you
read,
danger,
like, nigga,
bro.
Can you read where you are on this list? This is
right.
I can't.
Don't let me find out Taco and got rotated off the practice squad.
Oh, it's Peyton Turner's gonna be a DMP and they gonna elevate Taco Sunday morning, bro. You know it's coming. You know it.
Don't let me find out.
Don't let us find out that. Also, if Taco's active and he has a good game, they gonna have to sign Taco to the 53, bro. Because some team needing a pass rush are gonna be like, oh, we'll just sign him off the practice squad.
Yeah. And you know what? If Peyton Turner is like a healthy scratch, that would kind of tell me a lot, because that would tell me that at least from the coach's standpoint, they see what I see. They see what we see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
whereas that is not the whole sunken fallacy type.
And at that point, like we can go back and talk about the pick. I mean, a big reason why this podcast is successful is because of that pick.
Yeah.
But to your point, it's like, all right, he hasn't shown us enough in preseason. He hasn't shown us enough in practice. Like, we're not going to just put him out there just because of his draft status and being drafted in the first round when we know that he's not potentially ready to contribute, produce something. Which is, like, to your point, like that, it's at least, if it comes to that, as a fan, I appreciate the acknowledgement. As another part of the fan, I'm like, y'all drafted this dude? But that's completely different.
Exactly.
I'm excited. The CD trade did take quite a bit of the excitement I had for this defense away, but
no question.
Let's not get it confused, man. This defense is still extremely, extremely talented. Can be a top 8, top 10 unit in the league. So I'm ready. I'm ready to see this defense fully formed. So hopefully everyone's healthy. The antibodies, Pete Warner doesn't get hurt. So we can really
Honey Badger.
Yeah, man. Like
Honey Badger play like that's like Darren. I hate to mention him, but Darren Sharper.
Boy.
Darren Sharper was a playmaker. You know what I'm saying? Like he leads the NFL in interceptions, interception returns, like in NFL history.
That's wild, man.
You know, and Tyrann Mathieu is a playmaker like that. Like I don't know if he has the numbers, but he's that type of just somehow is always around the ball, forcing fumbles or intercepting balls, or whatever. We need that, bro. We need that. And we know how that is. Like if you got a player like that, it becomes infectious.
It does, man.
Everybody wants. I want to get one too.
2009 is the perfect example of it, man.
Oh man. Like can we get some of that? Because that shit was crazy, bro.
Nuts.
Scott Shanley was picking off passes. Everybody was getting picks, man. It was crazy. William Gay.
And the crazy thing is, I think if you pair a defense that can take the ball away like that at that level, and let's not get it confused, like this defense from a talent perspective is more talented than the 2009 defense by leaps and bounds. But you add both of those together, then you got something dangerous, man. That's dangerous. So before we get into the offense, we're gonna take a quick break. Let's hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back. What's up, Ryan?
Yo.
I'm just going to say this. I don't want you to get offended. I'm a big dude. You a big dude.
Damn.
And I know sometimes weight loss has been an issue that we both dealt with our entire lives. But I want to tell you about something that I came across about this great new company called Vertimax.
Okay.
Did you know that Vertimax is the leading sports performance and fitness equipment company that's used by half of D1 programs and half of the NFL and NBA teams? We have an NFL podcast. It's used by professional leagues as well as other teams all around the world. There's a Vertimax platform and there's a Vertimax Raptor used to help athletes improve their performance on the field for almost 3 decades. That's almost as old as you. I know we pick on him, but did you know that we pick on him in terms of his workouts? But Jameis Winston actually has trained on a Vertimax Raptor, and the King of New Orleans himself, Drew Brees, has trained on a Vertimax platform, along with other top NFL and college football pro athletes. I was just scrolling on TikTok. I saw Amari Cooper using a Vertimax machine.
Wow.
We know we have a lot of listeners that have kids. They're in sports, they're in soccer, baseball, football, track and field, you name it. If you're a parent and you want to help your child improve in terms of their sports performance, or maybe you just feel like you just want to get your body right for the summer and get fit, you need to You need to check out Vertimax. So all you have to do is go to Vertimax.com or follow them on social media at Vertimax. That's BERTI Max. Again, that's at BERTI Max. Vertimax.com. Look into getting yourself a Vertimax platform, a Vertimax Raptor, and tell me you won't see the improvement. All right, man. Let's flip it over. Let's talk about this offense against this Falcons defense. An offense that will be rolling out Jameis, James Hurst, Andres Pete, Eric McCoy, Cesar Ruiz, Ryan Ramczyk, and at wide receiver, likely Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, Chris Olave. Dude, here we go. I want to see what we saw in that first drive against the Chargers in the preseason, man.
Yeah,
I want to see it.
Thomas.
Because you add that in,
that's energy right there, boy.
And you already know. If he plays, and I would say all signs are pointing to that he's going to play. he make that first catch, it's a first down, or if he is able to score a touchdown on Sunday, bruh. Woo.
Man,
I didn't even talk about the best player on the team.
hello, which is it's weird, isn't he? Kind of forgotten.
Isn't that crazy? And he's by far the best player on the team, bro. Like I don't think it's close. I didn't even talk about AK, bro. Like I didn't bring him up in that. And if the AK we saw in that preseason is AK we get in this season, just saying, niggas in the NFL better be ready, bro. Niggas in the NFL better be ready. I'm telling you.
Nah, man. Like if you follow, like Nick Underhill, Mike Triplett, Cat Terrell, all the beat writers covering training camp all off season. He wouldn't lead their articles. John Hendricks, he wouldn't lead their articles, but every article you see, like, AK's still that dude. Like he's still that dude.
And it feels like
mistake, and he looks like just refreshed and just zoned in this year.
It was one of your questions, man. It was one of the burning questions. He's like, can we get the old AK back? Rookie season,
right?
Second league in the year, AK. And it wasn't anything against him. It was numerous things, injuries, offensive line, not having a lot of weapons, so teams knew like to focus on him. But now you got what presents to be a good offensive line, or
space in the wide receiver. Those wide receivers create space for AK.
Huge, man.
You will see that on tape. Like if you pull up tape from last year, you pull up tape from this year. Eventually, after a couple of weeks pass, you're gonna see the spacing. It's just like he has room to go. The next question is, will Jameis take advantage of him, and will Pete Carmichael take advantage of him in the passing game?
Big questions, man. Big questions.
Because there was times last year, boy, AK was just standing out there. It's like, bro, like Ice Cube, boys in the hood. Like, what's up? Right here, man. Most scrimmage yards in the league. Since he's been in the league, most scrimmage yards in the league.
That's crazy.
Right here.
Spoke about Mike Thomas. Want to get back to him. Saints fans should I don't want, again, like I spoke about with defense, I don't want Saints fans. One, I just want to say, if Mike Thomas is able to play, man, like just as a fan, as a person, I'm going to be happy for him. This man hasn't played football in almost 2 years, bro. Like, just think as a human. Think about something you love, and that's your passion. You're not, whatever it is. You have been able to do that for 2 years for whatever reason. Like that's a big thing.
Let's, bro. I'm going to be happy for him just to play. Like I'm not worried about. Is he going to have 100 yards? I don't care. Like the fact that he's going to be playing, I'm just happy for the dude because let's think. Look, the dude put his career on the line, trying to play in the 2020 season.
He did.
Trying to get Drew Brees a Super Bowl and all that. Who to blame for that? Who knows? But the coaches pushing them. I'm sure Mike Thomas wanted to play. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
He pushed himself and wind up, hurting himself even more. Like the dude is an ultimate competitor. Like nobody will ever take that away from him.
No.
And so to see him work himself back. And get to this point, and he's not going to complain and talk about this, that, and the other, but like, you could just see it. Like you could see how much he's had to go through to get to this point, man.
Tons, man.
Just to see him get back on the field, I'm just going to be happy to see him.
Happy,
like this is a dog right here. Like the whole league has forgot about you. He's not on the NFL top 100 no more. He's not on the list of who's the top 10 wide receivers. Mm-mm. None of that. Nobody's talking about him. If you don't think, like some people use like positive reinforcement, not Michael Thomas, bro. Like Mike Thomas, he see all that shit, and he's keeping a ledger. Like Beatrice, like he's like, I got scores to settle. I got scores to settle, bro. So I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I just hope he just stays healthy. And we just see what he does.
It's a hell of a game for him to come back to because while he was gone, and I remember how widely criticized when AJ Terrell got drafted, especially by Saints fans, because the last images they have of him getting cooked by Jamar Chase. Well, guess what? Jamar Chase cooking everybody.
Right.
During that national championship game, LSU and Clemson, and Falcons Saints fans and other fans just really criticized the Falcons for that pick. AJ Terrell has played he's a top 5-ish cornerback in this league.
Oh yeah,
he is
good as cornerback, man.
A stud, bro. Like he is good, and so again, if you're the number one option on a team, and whether you're in the past you've been great or you're still currently great, you're gonna get the best defender and cornerback every time. Week one, that's what you're gonna get every time. Yeah. So this is not like an easy layup. Like he's going against an elite cornerback, but the thing that makes that's able to make this offense to be something that it hasn't been in years is, all right. So let's just say AJ Terrell is locking up Mike Thomas, right? It could happen. I'm an honest fan. I can admit that. But do the Falcons have enough either A, pass rush to disrupt the passing game, or enough skilled corners that can take away Jarvis Landry, can take away some sprinklings of Chris Olave? Maybe you throw out Deontay Hardy out there, Marquez Callaway, Taysom Hill, AK. Man. If the offense is what we think it is, your defense has to be so top tier to take away everything that the Saints may be wanting to try to do to you defensively as a team. So, and that's even if the defense for the Saints may not be top 5 or truly elite this season, maybe it's just top 8 or top 10. The offense being decent to good paired with the defense can still get them a long way.
No question about it, bro. Like, this thing can really be like for Mike, like especially for think somebody like Mike Thomas. He hadn't had this since his rookie year, man. When he had, Brandon Cooks and Willie Snead, like he had, like he's able to look around and be like, man, I don't have to do all the heavy lifting.
Don't have to do it, bro. You don't have to do it.
So when he, when AJ Terrell is locking him up, fine. Like when we saw from Jarvis, just in those few snaps in the preseason game, he's that type of player, bro. Like he is going to find those little open zones and little spaces in the defense, and Jameis Winston has the arm to get it there. You know what I'm saying? Not I'm saying, like Jarvis is like a deep threat.
Right.
But sometimes like with those passes that Jarvis catches, like he's in a zone where you might have 3 defenders around you, and that ball has to be hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Jarvis gonna catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing about him, going back to LSU, dude always had hands. Always. So you don't have to worry about that with him. So man, that's just gonna be exciting just with him and Mike Thomas. Then you just add on Chris Olave, little spice he gonna add. You add on, Marcus Callaway, who is now just a luxury piece.
Man.
Which is come in. Doesn't have to be the wide receiver one and beat, face number 1 corners. Now he can work against, the third cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Like now he can eat. So man, it just changes the game so much, bro.
It does. I will say this. I don't think I realized, because I completely forgot. Like I've just put up the Falcons depth chart. I was like, oh shit, they did sign Casey Hayward this offseason. And Casey Hayward had played pretty well for the Raiders last year. So the Falcons
absolutely.
Falcons have one great starting corner and another good corner, even though he's older. And then also looking at the depth chart, if I'm Arthur Smith, that's his name, right? Just the nondescript. I'm Arthur Smith. I'm telling my defensive coordinator, you take Grady Jarrett, you line him right across from 51. And to me, that's the key to the game. There's 2 keys for the game offense.
Oh yeah.
Can the Saints offensive line protect Jameis? Particularly, can they protect and hold up against Grady Jarrett? And then my second key is if Mike Thomas is not able to get, may not be able to have a great day against AJ Terrell, can these other offensive players make plays and them score points? Because that's the game in a nutshell to me. The Falcons don't have, in theory, they don't have a pass rush that looks formidable, but we've seen it.
No.
Grady Jarrett can destroy the interior.
Been.
So
been great for years.
We've talked about Reese maybe being decent. Can he be 29th? We're gonna see on Sunday, bro. We're gonna get some answers.
I hope so.
Real soon, bro.
I hope so, man. Like, just get a paw on him, bro. Like, just don't give him a lane up the middle to just walk through.
Right.
And James Hurst, we'll see. It's good that we start with the Falcons. They don't have a real edge rusher that's going to blow you away. But at the same time, we've seen these, no-name edge rushers.
None, bro.
Kind of shine out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? So we can't let them have a pass rush. They don't have a pass rush. Don't let them have a pass rush. Like, make sure you shut that down and give Jameis a nice, comfortable 2.5, 3 seconds. That's all you need, man.
That's it. I looking at their linebackers, they have Rashaan Evans, they got Lorenzo Carter. They have some speed. Like, I don't want fans or Saints fans particularly just to be like, defense trash. Like, yeah, they might not be talented, but they have some annoying parts that can annoy an offense when it's clicking.
Is Dean P still the DC?
No, I don't think he is. Let me look it up. I have it right here. This is the depth chart. It doesn't say who the coordinators are. Hold on. This is great podcasting, even though it's video podcasting.
We on video, baby.
Completely fucking forgot Calvin Ridley suspended for a year. Whoops.
Yeah, man.
Whoops. Coaches. Duh. Who is there? Yeah, man, you're right. It is Dean Peace.
Yeah. So, look, man, Dean Peace was going off early this offseason, like, tired of the disrespect, man. Like, he don't want a top 25 unit or top 15. He want a great unit, man. So he's trying to coach these boys up. He gonna have them flying around, man. And we know they're gonna show up, man. Like,
oh yes,
come on, man. These dudes.
That is not a concern. They will be.
And think about week one. Like, you spend weeks working on your opponent.
Weeks, man.
You spend weeks dissecting them. That goes for both squads, so.
You will, besides week one and teams that make it to the Super Bowl, you're not more prepared for a single opponent all season.
Great point. That's exactly. Like, you prepare for weeks for an opponent in those two scenarios. No other scenario like that, because even a playoff bye week, you still don't know who you're going to see.
Right. Exactly.
So those only two scenarios is where you're really zoning in on every single
everything, man. Everything. Let's wrap up talking the game. Let's talk about maybe hit a couple other games in the league before we get out of here. But before we do that, take one more break, listen to our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Man, Adam, look, they got this one dude out of Lafayette who I think the Saints could pick up, man.
Well, you going to replace Edie?
Oh, man, I think he could be a guard for us, man. His name is Luke Butler, and he runs with Hargrove Roofing. The dude is like 6'4", 285. And look, bro, I think he could beat Ruiz out, bro.
6'4", 285? We just need him to be the 29th guard in the league. That's not just average. Can Luke be average? But it sounds like his roofing game is above average.
Man, look, he'll take care of any of your roofing needs here in South Louisiana, where we know we need roofing all the time with hurricane storms, you name it.
6'4", 285, he don't even need a ladder to touch the roof. He can just stretch his arms out like Mr. Fantastic. Just touch it, and it's just fixed. But I'll tell you what, it's funny you bring him up because I've watched film on him, and I can tell y'all he also knows what's going on in the home insurance game. Storm season's approaching. Please reach out, give Luke with Hargrove Roofing a call. 985-590-7601. Again, 985-590-7601. He'll take care of y'all.
He a beast.
Looking forward to. Finally, let's end with special teams. Both Saints and Falcons have great kickers, man. Young Wei be kicking.
Boy, dog, man. Like,
right? Like, that's so funny to say 'cause he's a kicker, but he's a dog. Bro.
I hate it so much because they had Matt Bryant so long.
Yes.
And he was so money for so long. And here come Young Ho coming there. And he's just like, his rookie year, he was up and down. He wasn't great. But he could kick some clutch to us that year. And then since then, he's just been money.
He's like a top 3 kicker.
Been a great kicker, man.
Like, he might be right behind Justin Tucker, for being honest, bro. Like,
I hate it.
He's good. So, as a team, when you know that, you are even more like, okay, we can't let them get like to a certain point on the field, because if they do, it might be an easy 3 points. Also, it's why like, all games it's crucial to, but having a punter like Blake Gilligan, where he might be able to bomb a 60-yard one, pin the Falcons at their 10, and they got to drive like the length of the field. Those are like the hidden yards that wins games, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Special teams, hey, we ain't talking about it, but special teams, man, like that's going to be very vital in this game. Like,
can we get Deontay Hardy can we get old Deontay Hardy back, bro? We talked about with AK.
Hit one for us. I ain't even say you got to bring him back for a touchdown, but just, give us 40, nice little 30-yard return or something, man. You got the wheels. You can do it.
You might not be getting as much snaps on offense, so you better not just let that shit. Just let it.
Just saying, bro. It's very fascinating, man. Special teams will be vital. It's gonna be interesting seeing the Falcons just without Matt Ryan, man. He's just been such a staple there for so long.
That's a great point, man.
One thing I used to hate about Matt Ryan, bro, if you within the touchdown and you got about a minute left, like what he was gonna do, bro. He's like, okay, he about to drive down the field, or if it just need a field goal,
you already knew it.
Oh shit, he get that field goal.
You already knew it, bro. You knew it.
He gonna hit them passes, man. And some reason, Matt Ryan just always was the toughest motherfucker when he played us, bro.
Yeah,
he would run the ball. He scrambled. I remember years ago, he like trucked one of our defensive players. I can't remember
shit. Who. Yeah, I remember that.
It's like, damn, man. It's like, but and it's just against the Saints. So it's going to be interesting just not seeing him there. It's going to be a new quarterback. It's weird. I want to say I would miss him, but I'm not.
No.
But
no.
Cam Jordan probably going to miss him.
Yes, he will. So before we just do some general talking about NFL games on Sunday, give me your prediction. Saints win?
Man, don't do me that, man. I haven't even really thought about a prediction, man. I don't
even want to score. Saints win, yes or no?
I'm gonna say the Saints win this game, bro. I'm gonna give them a W, man. I'm gonna give them a W. Them Chiefs gonna be tight though, boy. They gonna be tight.
For whatever reason, I do think that they will end up winning 9 and 10 games this season. But I don't know, man.
You just got a bad feeling about it.
I don't know, man. And I wish I could express it and articulate it, but it's just history. 7-1. 7-1, bro.
Yeah.
In week 1. Against the Falcons. Against the opener. So we'll see. Obviously, I'm hoping that they win for multiple reasons. Also, it seems when the Saints win, we get a lot more listens on our recap pod. So trying to the podcast. Week 1, it's here. It's first game tomorrow, 5:20, bro. Bills Rams out the gate. Week 1.
Ooh, wee. Is that a Super Bowl matchup?
It's the Bills, bro. No.
I don't believe her.
No, bro. We were recording an episode like midway or 3/4 during the season last season, and I was like, they're not gonna make it, bro. Like, I don't know. I wish. Maybe I just feel like there's no one on their team besides maybe Josh Allen. They seem to like dogs on their team, and I know that sounds weird to say because it's kind of like a conceptualized thing. But I think to get to the Super Bowl, like you just gotta have a couple of dogs in you, bro. Like Josh, let's go back to last Super Bowl. Joe Burrow, dog. Jamar Chase, dog. Aaron Donald, he's a fucking mutant. Can't stand him. Absolute dog. Jalen Ramsey's a dog. Who on the Bills is a dog, bruh? Besides Josh Allen. Like, Josh Allen's a bad dude. When you take him away, who's on the Bills is a dog?
I don't know, man. It's good. I mean, I don't know.
It may mean nothing, bro, but I don't see it. But that's the game tomorrow night, 5:20. Football's back. You got the Steelers against the Bengals in week 1. Mitch gonna be out there starting.
Mitchell.
Don't call me Mitch himself. Pats at Miami. You got
very interesting.
You got new look Tua. You got child abuser. You got Jalen Waddle, Mike McDaniels. That's gonna be interesting. New England's had issues with Miami, bro, for years. Just
for years.
Thorn in their side.
Good or bad, no matter what type of Dolphins team it was.
Did not matter. This Jags Commanders game a little interesting, bro. I want the Jags to come out and show me something.
I really want to see that.
Show me something.
I want to see. What's the quarterback name?
Trevor Lawrence.
For the Jags.
Trevor Lawrence.
I want to see Trevor Lawrence. I want to see him, bro. Like, come on, man. You've been one of the top prospects in football for since you was like in 8th grade, bro. Like, I want to see him. I want to see him come out and just light it up, look good in a nice professional offense. Like I remember watching some of their preseason. I was like, look, Jags have a professional offense. So it's like that's all I want to see.
You can. Football is such a huge example of a sport where coaching matters in all sports, but I feel like in football, it's even more imperative of how much it matters.
No question. Not like NBA, you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying coaches don't matter in NBA. It does matter, but you got a certain amount of players on your team in the NBA, you good. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make the coach look good. Where in the NFL, you could take a lot of great players, put them on a team, but if you got bad coaches, they could ruin those players. Like they could ruin those players' career, bro.
I'm so glad
you got bad coaches.
I'm so glad Urban Meyer only lasted a year in Jacksonville, bro. Because I didn't want to see Trevor Lawrence ruined, bro. And that's where it was heading.
I'm telling you, man.
That's where it was heading.
It was really headed that way. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of a fun game. I think that's probably gonna be one of those low key games that just be fun as hell, man. Like I'm gonna definitely have that up on the red zone.
It sounds like a terrible, just a boring game, and it might not be, bro. Giants at Titans.
Man, we were doing our survival pick at work, bro. I'm like, I did not want to touch that game because everybody was like, "Oh, just pick the Titans."
No,
I was like,
"That's
I don't want to touch it.
I wouldn't either, bro."
Because you have no idea what the Giants are going to. The Giants could very well look like the same old Giants.
Same old Daniel
Jones. They could look good. I don't know. It do seem like the same old Giants, though. Didn't their pass rusher get hurt when they drafted Thibodeau?
He did, but it wasn't. Thankfully, it wasn't as bad as it looked.
I
think he actually still has a chance to even play on Sunday.
Oh, that's good. That's good for him.
Chiefs at Cardinals. The Texas Tech reunion between Patrick Mahomes and Cliff Kingsbury, bro.
Bad blood there, baby.
No, there's no bad blood there. If it was Baker Mayfield, it would be bad blood.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no bad blood there. And like I said, I get Cliff has not shown to be a great head coach in the NFL. But that man can scout him some fucking quarterbacks, bro.
he can, man.
Pick him out. Raiders against the Chargers. AFC battle week 1 out the gate. Devontae Adams, the Chargers who have all this hype around them as they always do. That's going to be a good-ass game.
Really fascinated to see what the Raiders are going to do, bro, because, on paper, and if they have a nice professional offense, and the defense is, fine, I mean, they should be a pretty good team, bro, but it's just the division they in. I just don't know how that's going to play out, man.
Woo! That's a division.
Tough division, baby.
Sunday Night Football. Oh, you got the Packers taking on the Vikings. NFC North battle. Sunday Night Football. Buccaneers at Cowboys.
Ugh.
Putting the two things that I don't want to hear any more about ever again. Tom Brady and the Cowboys in the same game. Am I going to watch it? Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's going to be a good
Cowboys
game.
interested. Cowboys interesting too, man. Like, they were a playoff team last year, right?
Yeah, and they lost embarrassingly to the Niners.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. But they're like this every year where I don't really know how to feel about them. Because they, I feel like they lost a lot this offseason.
They did, man. They traded Amari Cooper. Michael Gallup's not going to be ready to play. Chris Godwin is not going to be ready to play Sunday. Probably won't be ready to play when the Saints play next. I mean, probably he probably get like a antimantium leg and be good to go. And then Monday Night Football, you got the Denver's at Seahawks. Russell Wilson homecoming.
Oh my
week
1. That's why I picked it out of survival pool. I picked the Broncos to win. I didn't feel great about that either. I'm like,
I can see that game being just like the Falcons game, bro. Pete Carroll, I don't care if we win one not a goddamn other game this season. We gonna beat this dude week 1. I can easily see him getting the team hyped up
Me too, bro. Me too. And, Russell Wilson, he kind of has, low-key has a lot to prove.
He does, man.
I mean, he got paid. I give him that. On that level, he doesn't have nothing to prove because he's getting paid.
Oh,
but
paid.
Just for him as a quarterback and his legacy or whatever, he hadn't been really a good
2 years.
Last 2 years or so, man. So we really get to see, okay, is it Seattle? Did he need to change the scenery? Let's see what he is, because he's on that final stretch of his career where he can kind of cement his legacy as kind of like a Hall of Famer or whatever.
First ballot.
So yeah, that's going to be interesting.
I'm ready for football. Don't know if I'm ready for Saints football, but
yeah,
it's the perfect way I can describe it, bro. But I'm ready.
Yeah.
We will be back Sunday night recording the post-game pod, and we're in it now. This is the regular season, so
yeah.
If you want to participate this upcoming Sunday, be in the Discord. We're gonna have that thing popping. The game will be available, and that's all I'll say. And then we're also going to have the Zoom recording and the Zoom. So it's going to be all of us essentially watching the Saints game in live time, reacting on Zoom, live streaming on YouTube. Going to try to also have it live streaming on Twitch as well. It's back, man, and we are full steam ahead. Thank y'all so much. I want to give a shout out to one of our listeners in the Netherlands, Alberto. Much love, brother. We appreciate you so much. Don't have to go into details, but we appreciate you so much and your support. fans like you, listeners like you, are why we continue to do this. Really, really focus on building this community for everyone to be in and to enjoy. I know the Discord gonna be popping on Sunday, bro.
Ooh.
Popping.
That game day thread, boy, it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be popping. So thank y'all. Follow us on Twitter at Saints Tweet Pod, on Instagram at Saints Twitter Podcast. Become a Patreon, and this is it. We
Get our gear.
It's beautiful. And that's it, man. We're in the end game now. So full steam ahead. Football season. Let's go. We appreciate y'all. With that, we're out.
Peace.